Hi, welcome to First Recaps channel. Today we'll recap 2023 romance comedy movie released in 2023 titled Anyone But You. Despite a wonderful initial date, their initial attraction takes an unexpected turn. However, things take a twist when they end up at a destination wedding in Australia and decide to pretend to be the ideal couple to maintain appearances. The movie commences with a young woman named Bea, portrayed by Sweeney, entering a coffee shop and requesting to use the restroom. However, she is informed by the barista that the facilities are reserved for paying customers. Observing the situation, a nearby patron named Ben, played by Glen Powell, intervenes by pretending that Bea is his wife. He pretends to make a purchase on her behalf to facilitate her restroom use. Bea is charmed by Ben's gesture and enters the restroom, where an unintended mishap occurs, leading her to wet her pants due to a malfunctioning sink. Consequently, she spends time attempting to dry herself before emerging. As she prepares to leave, Ben, wanting to help her save face, calls out to inform her about a toilet seat cover stuck to her shoe, though Bea mistakenly believes he is about to ask her out. To avoid embarrassment, Ben cleverly covers by addressing the issue with the toilet seat cover. Ben and Bea spend the entire day together, establishing a connection before heading back to Ben's apartment. There, they share a meal of grilled cheese and spend the night together in a non-sexual manner. In the morning, Bea attempts to discreetly leave, but Ben notices, feeling disheartened by her departure. Shortly thereafter, Ben's friend Pete, GaTa, arrives and notices a wrench, a significant detail indicating that Ben shared personal information about his late mother with Bea, something he rarely does with casual acquaintances. Simultaneously, Bea, while conversing with her friend on the phone, admits that she might actually have feelings for Ben. However, upon returning to overhear Ben telling Pete that she was a disaster and he couldn't get rid of her quickly enough, Bea is deeply hurt by his words. Half a year later, Ben and Pete rendezvous with Pete's sister, Claudia, Alexandra Shipp, and her girlfriend, Halle, Hadley Robinson. During this meeting, Halle introduces her younger sister, who turns out to be Bea. Tension arises swiftly as both groups of friends are aware of the previously unpleasant interaction between Ben and Bea. Consequently, Ben and Bea engage in arguments and develop a mutual dislike for each other during the awkward encounter. Approximately 1 year later, Claudia and Halle decide to tie the knot in Sydney, Australia. This occasion forces Ben and Bea to cross paths once again. As the group arrives, they are introduced to Bea and Halle's parents, Leo, Dermot Mulroney, and Innie, Rachel Griffiths, along with Pete and Claudia's mom, Carol, Michelle Hurd, and their stepdad, Roger, Bryan Brown. Leo and Innie express their expectations for Bea to marry first and complete her law school practices, unaware that she dropped out. They also lament the separation between Bea and her ex-fiancé Jonathan, Darren Barnet. Unbeknownst to Bea, her parents invite Jonathan to the wedding in the hope of rekindling their relationship. On the beach, Ben and Bea accompany Claudia and Halle, and in this setting, Ben notices his ex, Margaret, who happens to be Pete and Claudia's cousin. Claudia observes that Ben still harbors some unresolved emotions for Margaret, although she is presently accompanied by her new partner, Beau, whose name amusingly aligns with his romantic role in her life. As the group assembles for an evening dinner party, the atmosphere remains calm initially. However, tensions escalate when Ben and Bea engage in a heated argument, inadvertently triggering a firework that collides with a flower arrangement. This mishap results in a fire, which unfortunately catches onto Halle's hair during the chaotic turn of events. Worried that their immature behavior might spoil the wedding, Pete, Roger, Halle, and Claudia collaboratively devise a plan to encourage Ben and Bea to form a connection, hoping it will allow the wedding to proceed smoothly. Ben and Bea, however, quickly catch wind of the scheme and decide to take matters into their own hands. While out on a boat they were instructed to pull in, they deliberate on their own strategy. In an effort to divert her parents' attention from Jonathan, Bea proposes a plan where she and Ben feign genuine romantic interest in each other. This not only would keep Jonathan at bay but also aims to garner Margaret's attention towards Ben once again. Ben agrees to go along with the orchestrated plan. Ben and Bea embark on the pretense of being romantically involved, initiating their act during a group hike with friends. Despite their attempts to appear affectionate, their efforts go unnoticed as everyone becomes captivated by the sight of a koala. The situation takes an unexpected turn when they discover a spider in Ben's shorts, prompting a frantic response that leads Ben to strip down in fear of more spiders. Bea comes to the rescue by lending Ben her own shorts. Later, Ben forms a connection with Leo and Innie, imparting swimming lessons to Leo based on the techniques his late mother taught him. Bea expresses gratitude to Ben for his honesty with her father. The group later embarks on a nighttime boat ride, where Ben and Bea attempt to capture everyone's attention by reenacting the iconic "I'm Flying" scene from Titanic on the ship's bow. Their performance successfully attracts notice, particularly from Margaret. However, the playful moment takes an unexpected turn when Bea accidentally falls into the water, prompting Ben to jump in after her. Managing to reach a dinghy before being spotted by the group, they engage in a heartfelt conversation where Ben apologizes for the hurtful words Bea overheard. As they await rescue, Ben begins to feel nervous, and in a touching moment, Bea soothes him by singing "Unwritten" by Natasha Bedingfield, a song she discovered he considered his serenity song during their plane ride. Returned to their hotel, Ben recreates the moment of their initial encounter by preparing a grilled cheese sandwich for Bea. Subsequently, their interaction intensifies, leading to passionate kissing and ultimately spending the night together. However, Ben departs in the morning without realizing that Bea observed his departure, leaving her with a sense of melancholy, mirroring the emotions he experienced earlier. On the eve of the wedding, Ben and Bea decide to confess the truth about their fabricated relationship, as they are aware of the other's scheming. Chaos ensues when the family dog accidentally topples the wedding cake, leading to a disturbance that results in Claudia storming out. On the wedding day, Ben overhears a heated argument between Claudia and Halle, raising concerns about the possibility of the wedding being called off due to recent events. Seeking a resolution, Ben visits Bea's room and proposes maintaining their facade for the sake of Claudia and Halle. Both Ben and Bea offer apologies to the couple, leading to a successful wedding ceremony. However, during the reception, Margaret, claiming Beau left, shares a dance with Ben. Witnessing Margaret kiss Ben, Bea leaves the celebration heartbroken. Ben, realizing his changing feelings toward Margaret, discovers Bea's departure. Informed by Claudia and Halle, Ben arranges a helicopter ride, knowing where Bea went. Discovering Bea outside the Sydney Opera House, a location she expressed a desire to visit during their stranded-in-the-water incident, Ben opens up about the situation with Margaret. He confesses his genuine feelings to Bea, who reciprocates, leading to a heartfelt kiss between them. Returning to the reception, Ben and Bea join the dance floor as the DJ starts playing "Unwritten," with everyone singing playfully to jest at Ben.